A walk in the night English learning story with Sherry. Have you ever taken a walk at night not to go somewhere, but to find something within yourself? In this peaceful English story, follow Sherry on a quiet journey through the moonlit woods and discover the kind of magic you only find when the world is silent. Welcome to English Stories with Sherry, your go-to destination for mastering the English language through captivating stories. Here, we'll guide you through every sentence, ensuring you understand the grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary that will take your English to the next level. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's story. The night was quiet, the kind of silence that makes you hear your own heartbeat. A soft breeze danced through the trees, gently shaking the leaves as if whispering secrets only they could understand. The stars looked like scattered diamonds in the sky, and the moon was a glowing lantern, lighting the path ahead. Sherry stepped out of her small cottage, pulling her scarf tighter around her neck. It was colder than she expected. Her boots crunched against the gravel as she walked slowly down the narrow path leading into the forest. This was not a path many people took after dark, but Sherry wasn't like most people. She had always loved the night not for the danger or mystery, but for the peace it offered. During the day, the world was full of noise, demands, and responsibilities. But at night, everything slowed down. The world became softer, and so did her thoughts. As she walked deeper into the woods, she listened closely to the sounds around her. An owl hooted in the distance. A fox darted across the trail ahead, quick and silent like a shadow. The leaves rustled gently, and for a moment, it felt like nature itself was walking with her. Sherry had a reason for this late-night walk. She wasn't running away. She wasn't lost. She was searching for something she couldn't quite name. Maybe it was clarity. Maybe peace. Or maybe just a feeling that had been missing from her life for too long. She remembered when she used to walk this trail with her grandfather. He had a deep voice, a kind laugh, and stories that could bring stars to life. He told her that nature spoke in its own language, and if she listened carefully, she could understand it. Back then, she didn't fully believe him. But now, she wanted to. Her steps slowed as she reached the old wooden bridge. It creaked under her weight, but held firm. The stream below shimmered like silver under the moonlight. She stopped at the center of the bridge and closed her eyes. For a few moments, there was nothing, no thoughts, no worries. Just the cold night air and the soft rush of water below. Then, she heard a soft melody. It wasn't music exactly, but it was beautiful. Maybe it was the wind, or maybe it was just her imagination. Still, it made her smile. It reminded her of the bedtime lullabies her mother used to sing. Simple, soft, and comforting. She opened her eyes and looked up at the sky. The moon seemed closer now, larger, and brighter. It felt like an old friend, watching her from above. "What am I looking for?" she whispered, as if the moon might answer her. But there was no reply, only silence and stars. Suddenly, she noticed something glowing in the distance. Not a star. Not the moon. Something else. A soft golden light flickering through the trees. Curious, she stepped off the bridge and followed it. The light led her deeper into the forest, where the trees stood taller and the path narrowed. She wasn't afraid. The light was warm, and its glow felt familiar, like a memory she couldn't quite catch. After a few minutes, she reached a small clearing. In the center stood a lantern hanging from a wooden post. Beneath it, a bench carved from old oak. She gasped softly. She knew this place. Her grandfather built that bench years ago. She hadn't seen it in so long, she thought it had vanished. She sat down, letting the silence wrap around her. And then she understood. She hadn't been looking for answers. She had been looking for herself. For the part of her that had gotten lost in the rush of life. The part that believed in wonder. In stories. In walks at night with no destination. Sherry smiled and leaned back, staring at the stars. Sometimes, you don't need to travel far to find something meaningful. Sometimes, it's already within you just waiting to be remembered. She sat there for a long time, breathing slowly, peacefully. The wind whispered through the trees like an old lullaby. She felt lighter, calmer, more herself than she had in years. When she finally stood up to leave, the lantern behind her dimmed, as if it, too, had found rest. She didn't need it anymore. The path was clear. The moon would guide her home. As she walked back through the forest, back across the bridge, and toward the soft lights of her cottage in the distance, she realized something important. A walk in the night is never just a walk. It's a conversation with the world around you, a gentle reminder that even in the darkest hours, there's beauty, there's peace, and there's always a way back to yourself. Thanks for tuning in to English Stories with Sherry. I hope today's story helped you learn something new and improved your English skills. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that will help you become fluent in English. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next story.